Greetings, everybody. How are you today? If you have any questions, please send them in now. I'll answer them for about 1 hour. Please let me know if this is your first time to where you come from. I'm keeping a tab on the number of people from different countries. So if this is your first time, please let me know where you come from. Sadhu from Oil. Sadhu Pante from Dirashki. If I pronounce your name not correct, I'm sorry. Dirakshi. Which Wadani? Where are you from? Meal on meditation. Good morning from Chonburi, Thailand. Makara Art. Ajahn, good morning. How are you? From Cambodia. I'm fine, thank you. And how are you? You have any questions? If you do, send them in. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Phoebe San, good morning, dear Venerable Ajahn. So good to see you. From Toronto. Yes, very happy to see you, Phoebe. Are you working today? Must not, because it's Friday night for you? Yeah, Friday night. Saturday for me here, Saturday 11:19 in Thailand. AM. Question from Deborah Jonas, Toronto. I have a few questions about Sotapanna and other questions. I very much appreciate your guidance. Is a Sotapanna investigation on body complete? Not yet, only half of it. A Sotapanna look at the body as anatta, not a self. See it as four elements. See it that it is not me, not I. So this is only half. A Sotapanna hasn't yet contemplate or investigate the asubha nature of the body. So a Sotapanna still have sexual desire. A Sotapanna has relinquished his attachment to the body and the feeling from the body. Question number 2, can the Sotapanna sit through an amount of pain without their mind being painful? Yes, the Sotapanna can keep the mind in ubekkha, letting go of the desire for the pain to disappear, and just let the pain be for as long as it wants to be. Number 3, can the Sotapanna accept someone trying to kill them without fear? Yes, the Sotapanna has relinquished his attachment to the body. He sees that the body will eventually has to die, but it is just the body, not himself. Himself is not the body. Diu Rakshi, I'm from Sri Lanka. Thank you. You're welcome to our meeting. If you have any questions, you can send them in now. From Tenzin Ku, goodbye. Good day, Pante, from Singapore. Good day to you. From Makara Art, Ajahn, I'm also. Thank you. Thanks you too. Okay. From Guam, Getsemani, Sadhu. Question from Narayanan, India. How to enter first jhana using Bhutto meditation method? By just reciting Bhutto, focus on reciting Bhutto and not thinking about other things, you will be entering into the first jhana. Can mantra meditation like Bhutto cause absorption? Yes. If you keep reciting mantra, but you have to be sitting down in a sitting position usually. Then when you are fully absorbed with your concentration of Bhutto, reciting of Bhutto, the mind will eventually drop into calm. It's like falling from a high place. If so, should I do Bhutto till I get jhana without worry about how long? Yes, that's right. Don't worry. As soon as you worry, you won't get it. As soon as you anticipate, you won't get it. Just stick with Bhutto. Stay in the present. Don't think about the result which is in the future. Or don't think about the past. Just stick to Bhutto only. And then eventually the mind will enter into jhana. Adi Aha Satu. From Ong Li Ching. Ong Li Ching, good afternoon, Ajahn. Greetings from Malaysia. How are you, Ajahn? I am fine, thank you. It's my first time, but I have been listening to your teachings and guidance via Facebook. Satu, Satu, Satu. From Dhamma Path. Dhamma greetings, Ajahn. Hope you are doing well. I am from the US. Could Ajahn please suggest me what monastery should I visit if I decide to do a temporary Meshi ordination? Well, I know of 2 or 3 monasteries in the US. I'm not sure whether this is where you want to go to. In the West Coast, there are 2, one in the north, Abhayakiri, that's Ajahn Chah's disciple monastery. And down south near San Diego is Ajahn Tan Jeff, called Wat Metta, I think. And in the East Coast, in Virginia, is Ajahn Dick. He's Ajahn Lungta Mahabhu's disciple. I think the monastery is near Lexington in Virginia. But if you want to come to Thailand, there are several international or monastery with international Westerners, like Wat Yannasangwararam. It's called an international monastery. Monastery where there is Ajahn Sumeto staying. I'm not sure what's the name. You have to search, I guess, in the internet to find out where or what. Question number 2 from Narayanan, India. I have fear of cockroach and fear of death towards snakes and insects. If I want to become forest monk in future, how can I overcome this fear? My goal in life is to overcome all fear. Well, there are 2 steps to overcome fear. The first one is temporary. When you run into something that causes you fear, then you just keep reciting the mantra, Bhutto. And don't even look at the thing that's gonna hurt you. Maybe close your eyes and keep reciting Bhutto until your fear disappears. When the mind becomes calm, then the fear will disappear. The second step, or the second way, which is the permanent way, is to accept death, is to contemplate or investigate to see that the body is not you. The body is just made up of the 4 elements. There is no you, no self in the body. You are in the mind. So you don't die with the body. If you can see this and you're willing to let go of your body, let it die, then your fear will completely dealt with. It will be completely gone, will not come back again. Nabiti, from Nabiti, Namaskar Ajahn from Medan, Indonesia. Thank you. Question from Michael Fong, Singapore. Question number 1. As householders who are limited to a path of dust, trying to cultivate like a monk seems conflicting. What should we do and how much of the Vinaya rules can we adopt? You can do it by selecting a day that you are free from working, and then use that day to cultivate the life of a monk, keeping the 8 precepts and concentrating on the practice of meditation, sitting or walking meditation, reading Dhamma books, or listening to Dhamma talks, for instance. You can do this on a day that you don't have to go to work. Make your home a monastery. If you can't go to a monastery, make a part of your home somewhere in your house to be alone and not to get involved with other people or things. You can do this on a temporary basis first. And as you advance, you would want to do more. Then you have to maybe reduce the amount of work you have to do. So you will have more time to do the practice. Eventually, you would want to do more, and maybe you want to give up working and go to live in a monastery. Maybe not permanently yet, maybe on a partial, temporary visit. If you feel that you can live in the monastery all the time, then you can take up the ordination. You have to do this gradually. Or if you can do it all at once, that will be better. But if you can, then you have to do it step by step. Question number 2 from Michael Fong. Assuming we understand what jhana feels like, should our aim be to stay in jhana for all daily activity? Yes, if that's possible. But you need to go into jhana first by sitting. And when you come out of jhana, you can maintain the effect of jhana, which is equanimity, by maintaining mindfulness all the time. Then your mind can be in equanimity, in peace, and harmony with everything. And then you will be able to use wisdom to contemplate the 3 characteristics of existence. And when you see them, you can then let go of your attachment, your desire toward them. Question number 3 from Michael Fong. What do we do with an out-of-body experience, like floating up in a room or being halfway stuck in the body? Just merely know and just tell yourself that this is impermanent. It is a phenomena that comes and goes, and you shouldn't have any attachment to them. Just merely know. Don't like them, don't hate them, just let them come and go. Number 4, from Michael Fong. Someone only reaches the deep state when lying down to sleep. After trying very hard in seated meditation, what should be done? Well, if you can enter in a deep state by lying down, you can do it, but make sure you don't go to sleep. You have to be awake. You can enter into jhana in 4 postures, theoretically, but usually you enter by sitting. but you can enter into in any position. So it's up to you. From Tilda Dachio, Sadhu, Sadhu. Question number 5 from microphone. Yoga and Taoist Qigong can make you healthy, but they use a system of energy centers and channels. Might this clash with Buddhism? No, it's because they are for the body. See, in Buddhism we're doing it for the mind. So you can do Qigong or yoga, and having mindfulness, you can also develop mindfulness and jhana from them also. Because they are two different things. Yoga and Qigong is for the body, while mindfulness is for the mind. Sun Hin Yo, Sadhu Ajahn. Phoebe sang, I am aware I have many defilements, many desires. That means I am always distracted, lack determination and perseverance, pursuing too many interests, always looking for a result. I have really bad discipline. I am so tired of my thoughts and distractions. It's the only thing I can do is keep meditating. Remember to go back to Buddha and be more mindful of the ultimate goal of Dhamma. Thank you for your teachings. Yes, the key to your success in mind development is the training yourself with mindfulness. Keep training mindfulness. Keep staying in the present. Stop thinking. Reciting a Buddha or concentrate on what you do with your body. It takes time, so don't be discouraged. But don't be lazy. Just be persistent. Persevere, and eventually you will succeed. Think of everybody else before us, all the noble disciples. They also have the same problem, but they eventually overcame them by diligence, by persistence. From Xiao Shang, Hi Ajahn, my meditation practice some days good, other days just cannot go into samadhi. How to overcome this situation is up and down. That's because your mindfulness is up and down, and also the circumstances around you also changes. So someday you have lots of work or a lot of things on your mind, so you find it difficult to meditate, and you're not mindful enough. So someday you have not much work, not much involvement with people or things, and you have good mindfulness, then your meditation practice will be good on that day. So the goal is to reduce amount of involvement with people and things as much as possible. Secondly, maintain as much as mindfulness as possible. Then your practice will be good. From Chi Chien Chuan, Dear Ajahn, long time I did not attend your Dhamma class. May I know how to get rid of greediness and laziness? Thank you. Well, when you're greedy, you should use charity to overcome your greediness. If you want money, if you get money, then give this money to charity instead of keeping it for yourself. Every time you greed for money and you get the money you greed for, then you give it away. Then you can stop your greediness. Anytime you feel lazy, you have to get up and walk. Anytime you feel lazy, just get up and walk. Do walking meditation. then your laziness will disappear. Annaporn, how are you? Sadhu, sadhu. Esther, okay. Sadhu, sadhu. Mary Leo, sadhu, sadhu. Question from Su Lan Ui, Singapore. My mind keeps imagining how I will die, and when I was overwhelmed with negativity, my mind kept telling me that I want to die. The feeling of helplessness is very real. I haven't tried to commit suicide, but thought of stabbing myself has been replaying countless times. Since young, I still have some rational mind and could remind myself that suicide is a selfish act. Therefore, I am still alive, but I am struggling to not hurt myself by scratching. What should I do the next time when I am overwhelmed with sadness? How to stop this recurring negative thinking? You have to stop your thinking. That's what you have to do. Stop your thinking right away. Tell yourself this thinking will lead you to madness. So you can stop it by reciting a mantra or keep doing some chanting. But you might have to do it for a while before this negative feeling disappears. But you can do it. If you keep reciting Bhutto, 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 or chant some chant like Iti Piso, Bhagava, Araham, Samma, Sambuddho, just keep chanting for as long as your mind is still sad. Chant until your sadness disappears. When your mind becomes calm, and then the good feeling will return. Yes, you have to stop your thought. Our problem are the thought, not the body. Don't kill the body, kill the thoughts. Tell yourself, kill the thoughts by stopping it. Don't think. If you could stop thinking, then your mind will be calm, peaceful, and happy. Someone from, I'm not sure, India or, I cannot read your character, your alphabet. So just say Sadhu, Sadhu. From Savante, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Kavi Lin Chiang, Sadhu, Sadhu. Alfred Cole, Sadhu. Julia Teo, Sadhu. Alfred Cole. Jesse Shear. Gek Yen So, dear Ajahn, regards from Penang. I wish Ajahn stay healthy and well. Thank you. Yo, Alvin Lee, White Pink, Ajahn, how are you? May you be well. Greetings from Kuala Lumpur. Yes. Maybe we'll meet again on Tuesday night on Zoom meeting. From James Ong, Sadhu. From Hokkien Teo, Sadhu, Sadhu. From B Chu, Singapore. I prefer to do mindfulness self-practice at home. My friend suggested that I should challenge myself by going out to meet more people outside. I disagree with her suggestion. Am I on the right track? Yes, because it's very difficult to develop mindfulness when you are meeting people and things. Unless you are fully developed, then you can go anywhere. But if you haven't yet developed any, you should develop mindfulness by meeting people, because you have to think, you have to talk to them. So it's better to do it in seclusion. Do it where you are alone. Better that way. And besides doing mindfulness, you also have to sit in meditation. Mindfulness is just the first step. The second step is to meditate to get into jhana. Then you can go to the third step, which is to develop wisdom. From Jim Tran, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Dhammacakka Buddhist community, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Kevin Lee, hi Ajahn, thank you for all your advice and teachings. I have benefited from them a lot. Sadhu, Sadhu. I find my mind always analyzing itself, trying to see whether I have reached a samadhi state. How can I deal with this analyzing mind matter? You have to force it to just recite a mantra. Every time you start to analyze, just come back to a mantra, Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. Don't let your mind think when you meditate, because that, if you do, you will never get into jhana. In order to get into jhana, you have to stop thinking, stop analyzing. I am from Malaysia, but currently living in Australia. Kevin Lee, thank you. Pauline Soon, Sadhu, Sadhu, dear Ajahn. Somkit James, Eric Tan, Sadhu. Rudy Fenn, Ajahn, how to develop ubekha in daily life. Keep reciting a mantra. Don't think when you don't have to. Don't react to people or things when you don't have to. Just recite Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. Yananan Ajahn Red, Namaskar Ajahn. Ong Li Chin, dear Ajahn, thank you for your profound Dhamma teachings and guidance. You are welcome. Elsie Sumanto, Sadhu, Sadhu. Hello, Adeline Chin, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Joyce Uy, Namo Buddhaya, Ajahn, may you be well. Your weekly Tuesday Zoom meeting is a very great help and guidance for me, as I am a new meditation practitioner. I follow it on Facebook. Thank you very much, Ajahn. Sadhu, Sadhu. From Kelantan, Malaysia. Thank you. From Marataya Asakun, Jup from Thailand. Namaskar,ท่านอาจารย์ Is it okay to say that from a lay person's perspective that the hardest level is the stream enterer, because all the fetters are strong and present? Once one can enter the stream by becoming a sotapanna, the fetters are less so, it becomes easier, and final attainment is eventually guaranteed in that way. Is this view correct? I'm not sure whether this is correct for everybody or not, because different people might have different weakness. Some might have sexual desire weakness. Some might have self-esteem weakness. So it depends on each individual's weakness. So if they have something that is hard for them, then it's hard to be overcome. But some other thing might be easy. But the point is not to worry. The point is just to tackle them as you come along, as you go along. Tackle all the fetters when you come across it. Try to get rid of it. Hard or easy doesn't matter, as long as you can get rid of it. From Pauline soon, can do your own, but need to guide by somebody is good. Yes, when you practice alone. But when you need guidance, you go to your teacher or someone who can guide you. From Sento Fiandi, Namo Buddhaya Bhante Ajahn, Suchart Abhijato, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Uy Jimmy, blessing from the Triple Gem, Sadhu, Sadhu. From To Tan Peng, Hi Ajahn, I am from Singapore. What is the possible reasons from Buddha specifically mentioned there must not be any clinging to rites and ritual, one of the three lower fetters for Sotapanna? Because it doesn't solve your problem. People, when they feel bad, they go to do some rites and rituals, and your bad feeling will still will come back. You know. Your bad feelings or dukkha arise from your craving, desire. As a Sotapanna, you will see this clearly. So every time you feel sad, feel bad, you look inside your mind and find out what is the cause of this bad feeling. And you'll discover that it's either one of these three cravings. Craving for sensual pleasures, craving for being, or craving for not being. Then you just come and get rid of these cravings. Then your bad feeling will disappear. This will come automatically with someone who has become a Sotapanna. He no longer needs to do any rites and rituals because he knows that's not the way to get rid of the bad feelings. From Naomi Jonas, greetings from Canada, Ajahn. One, can craving for sensual pleasure be a form of craving for pleasant Vedana? Yes, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, really. Two, since a Sotapanna still has sensual desire, can we say he still has some amount of craving for pleasure, Vedana, and aversion towards unpleasant Vedana? Yes, to a certain amount, but he also can stop the aversion of unpleasant Vedana when he has to, like when the body gets sick, for instance. But he still might crave for going to a movie, eating something, for instance. And he might have aversion for things he doesn't like. But as far as the body is concerned, the painful feeling from the body, he has dealt with. He accepts the painfulness of the body. From Paul Duran, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Czech Lintan, greetings from Vancouver, dear Tanajan. Sorry for joining in a little late. Today, the Lunar New Year over here, no celebration. We are keeping the 8 precepts and feeling so blessed to receive your teachings. Congratulations on your New Year celebration. Keeping the 8 precepts is the best way of celebrating the New Year or the new day or the new week. Let's do it every day if you can. And besides keeping the 8 precepts, you must also practice mindfulness, med samadhi, and wisdom as well. But mostly probably do mindfulness first and then sit in meditation to get into jhana. Wisdom, you can do that later on. You want to have equanimity first. Question from Visakha Lim, Penang, Malaysia. I am a volunteer helping in the temple for breakfast dana every morning at around 6 a.m. However, the temple's employee who is in charge of the breakfast dana is always having a bad mood and will get angry at people without any reasons. During this lockdown period, she has discouraged many volunteers to help in the temple, and there are only 3 of us left. Should I stop going to offer my service at the temple as I wish to offer service happily? And how to face such person in the temple? You can look at this as a test on your resolve to do your charity work and be happy by ignoring the person that you have to deal with. Like you sometimes you have to deal with fire, so you cannot stop the fire. But if you have to deal with it, you just have to do it in a calm manner. Don't react to it. Let the person be. If he wants to be grouchy, if he wants to be bad, let him be. You just do your part, do your work, and think of the benefit from doing your charity. You are, you are lifting your mind higher into a higher realm of existence by caring for other people, by supporting other people. So if you want to test yourself, this is one way. Life is not always easy or pleasant. Sometimes it's not easy and unpleasant, but you don't have to be discouraged by them. Just keep going. Just do your your work and ignore things around you, people around you, and then you'll feel happier that way. But if you give up, then you will be stuck at this point. Every time you go work with someone, and if they are not good, then you will stop doing it. So look at it as a test of your resolve, of your perseverance, of your mindfulness, of your sacrifice, your charity. From Felicia Chan, Satu, Satu. Alvin Lee, Wei Peng. Yes, Ajahn, hope to join your Dhamma class again on Tuesday night. Thanks for your teaching. Satu, Satu. Titiporn, Satu, Satu. Gek Yen So. Dear Tanajan, regarding the recitation of Buddha name and entering jhana, is that okay, either fast or slow speed, as long as we have mindfulness? Yes, you can do fast or slow. The speed doesn't matter. But the mindfulness is matters. So you have to be mindful of your reciting, be mindful of your Buddha, and not let your mind go think about other things. Sometimes you have to do fast because your mind keep going to think about other things. So when you do fast, it cannot go to think about other things. But if your mind doesn't go think about other things, you might be able to do it slower. So it varies from time to time. Depends on your mind, whether it is thinking a lot or not. Paul Liang Soon from Penang, Malaysia. If I have many things to do, it keep on occupying in my mind. How can I separate these things from my mind when meditate? By not thinking about it, by keep concentrating on your meditation object. If you're watching your breath, just keep watching your breath and ignore the thoughts about other things, or reciting a mantra. From Doug Vogel, can one ever stop suffering? Yes, a noble disciple or the Buddha has stopped suffering completely, entirely, by eradicating all the cravings and desire in their mind. Ui Puhua, thank you. From Irene Ui, good afternoon. Gongsi Fat Chai to Ajahn and brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. May all be well and happy. Sadhu, sadhu. From Trendy Wu, good afternoon, Ajahn. I am presently in Queensland, Australia. Thank you for letting me know. Kevin Lee, thank you, Ajahn. We'll keep trying to practice and stop my thoughts. Wishing you well and happy. Thank you and welcome. From Sun Hin Yeo, Ajahn, is meditation able to help those who have depression or have depression in the past? Yes, it helps everybody if they can do it. The problem is whether can they do it or not. If they can meditate, then the mind can be peaceful, calm, and happy. From Dhamma Path, Ajahn, could you please advise when would it be advisable to travel to Thailand from the US? Right now, I cannot say when because the situation here is still fluctuating. Sometimes we have the infection increases and sometimes it decreases. You have to contact the Thai embassies or the Thai consulate where you live and ask them whether you can come to when you can come to Thailand. I'm not sure about the rules and regulations. From Marathiya Atsakun, thank you very much, Thanajan, for the clarity of the answer. From Glib Ulrich, thank you, Long Paul, for your answers. You just mentioned self-esteem weakness as obstruction to Sotapanna. What does that mean? Thank you so much. I mean your self-esteem regarding your body. You might feel that you don't look handsome enough, good enough for other people, for instance. This is your self-esteem toward from your body, regarding your body. But there is also self-esteem in your mind. You just feel not confident of yourself all the time when you meet people or when you go into places. This is self-esteem based on your mind. So there are two self-esteem, one based on your body and the other based on your mind. And you can use wisdom and tell yourself that you are not them, you're not the body, you're not the mind. There is no you really. The you is just a delusion. From Anura Kamala, good afternoon, Thanajan. I am Anura from New Zealand. How are you? Thank you. I'm fine, thank you. Very happy to see you. Thanks for your teachings. It helps a lot in my daily practice. Sadhu, sadhu. On which days do you conduct Dhamma sermon in English from Chi On Sala? Well, right now I don't do any Dhamma teaching on Chi On Sala. I am doing it in front of my kuti, which is in the monastery down below from Chi On. Right now, Chi On is out of limit for lay people. So I have to do my teaching here in front of my kuti in the afternoon during the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Buddhist observance day at 2 o'clock, which today is Saturday, and in about 2 hours I will be giving a Dhamma talk in Thai. But I don't have any Dhamma talk in English because right now we don't have any foreign visitors into the country. So no sermon in English, except I post them from the Facebook recorded version. Like yesterday, I posted one Dhamma discussion. This was 3 years ago, 2017. So right now there's no sermon on Chi On Sala. I'm sorry. If people want to see me, they have to come to see me at the kuti at 2 o'clock. But right now, no foreign visitors entering the country. From Pauline soon. Body posture must be straightened all the time when meditate. Any advance if straightened like that? Not really. The body posture is just something that you you do it when you begin meditating. You sit yourself straight so that prevent you from slouching and go to sleep easier. But once you start to meditate, you can ignore the body posture. Just concentrate on your meditation object. From Phoebe saying, my friend is devout Tibetan Buddhist. He told me that the vows and rituals he does are basically in order to visualize oneself as a bodhisattva. So you are trying to personify those good qualities. I don't want to do rituals, but I was wondering if it's a helpful practice to remind oneself to aspire to the example of the Buddha and other enlightened beings. I think there's a better way to remind yourself, that is to practice mindfulness. Because all Buddhas and all enlightened beings, they have mindfulness. So I think you should stick to mindfulness, stick to dana, charity, stick to sila, keeping the precepts, and stick to bhavana. These are the things that will remind you of them, of the Buddha and his noble disciples. From Ui Pohua, good afternoon, Ajahn, and to everyone. I am Helen from Penang, Malaysia. I find it hard to sit still, to quieten the wandering mind. However, I have tried to keep going. Is there a way to deal with this issue? You just have to keep reciting a mantra or keep concentrating on what you do and stop thinking. If you persist, eventually you will succeed. Bring your mind inside by reciting Bhutto, focus on what you do. Then your mind cannot wander to other places. And eventually your mind will stop thinking and it will become still, peaceful, and happy. Question number 5 from Diana Onate. Not number 5, I'm sorry, from Singapore. Diana Onate. Onate. I would like to practice Buddhism, but I don't know where to start. Is there someone I can reach out to who can guide me? I'm not sure. You can read books about meditation. You can look for books on meditation, Buddhist meditation, Theravada, mindfulness meditation. Or you can follow my teaching here and reading some of the posts in the Facebook page. And you have to do some research, I guess. Eventually you'll find out how to do it. Actually, how to meditate is so simple. First, you have to be mindful by constantly reciting a mantra or focusing on what you do to stop your mind from thinking and wandering. And when you have time, you just sit down, close your eyes, and focus your mind on your breathing, for instance. Focus your watching your breathing at the tip of your nose when the air comes into contact with the body. Just keep watching. Don't follow the breath in or out. Just stick at the tip of the nose. You want to still your mind. You want to fix your mind in one spot and not thinking. That's the goal of meditation, to stop thinking by focusing on your meditation object. This is simple. That's all it takes to know how to meditate. And then you just go on from there. Try it right now if you can. Sit down, close your eyes, and watch your breath. See how long you can do that. Breathing in, knowing that you are breathing in. Breathing out, knowing that you are breathing out. Don't try to force your breathing. Let it be naturally. If your breathing is short, just let it be. If it becomes long, let it be. If it's coarse or subtle, let it be. Don't do anything with the breath. Just keep watching it. You want to control your mind, to stop your mind from thinking. Try to do it now. It's so simple. From Sapril Chai. Good evening, Ajahn. Namaskaran. Thank you. From Pauline Soon. What is different Tibet and Thailand Buddhist? From Penang, Malaysia. Tibet look like very aggressive. Tibetan is Mahayana Buddhism, while in Thailand is Theravada Buddhism. So there's a slightly different. Theravada Buddhism is the original one, the ones that the Buddha taught. And then Mahayana, they change their goal. Instead of becoming enlightened in this lifetime, they switch it to the future. Someone said, due to the lack of progress or attainment, people then become discouraged to do intensive practice like the Buddha taught them to do. So they switch to a more casual practice like developing mindfulness and developing metta, loving kindness, and charity, for instance. So they only want to do charity. They don't want to do any meditation. From Ren Ratha. Good afternoon, Tanajan. I am from Cambodia. Why cannot monks use the water with insects? Because you kill them, say, not insects. In the water, sometimes you have creatures, alive creatures in the water. And if you drink water with live creatures, you're killing those live creatures. So you have to strain the water first. Question from Medika Ativasana. My mother is dying. I am afraid that she has bad karma and is not at peace in her dreamlike state. How can I help her? There's not much you can do. It's her. She has to reap her karma, whatever it is, good or bad. From Kenny Lee, dear Ajahn, greetings from Malaysia. It is okay to start with breathing meditation first, then only recite Bhutto. If you do meditation, you don't need to Bhutto. They can be used in place of one or the other. If you use Bhutto, then you don't use the breath. If you use the breath, then you don't need to use Bhutto. From Smiley Lane, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Om Boism, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Y Punami Ten, Hi Bante, may you be well and healthy. I have a question regarding working in office where the company has displayed huge Thai Buddha statues. I am more into Theravada. Does it have any impact on my work? Since most of the colleagues just simply cannot get along with. Thank you. I'm not sure what your question is here. There shouldn't be any impact on your work if you just focus and concentrate on your work. A Buddha statue is just like any other statue. You can just ignore it. Just focus on your work. Buddha statue cannot do anything to you. It's your karma that will do good or bad things to you. If you do good karma, you get good things. If you do bad karma, you'll get bad things. From Pauline Soon. Beings that chronic sickness and suffering for a long time. Is it resolved by karma? It's probably one of the causes of your chronic sickness, but there might be other reason also. Maybe it's just heredity, for instance, or the surrounding, the conditions of your life, how you live and eat, for instance, can also affect your health. So it's just not only bad karma alone, but bad karma also has play a part in this. From Czech Link 10, dear Thanajan, what is the cause of low self-esteem in the body or in the mind? Yes, delusion. Is it delusion? Yes. Once you have a self, then you want yourself to be respected. You want yourself to be praised. But if there's no self, then there's no need to be praised, to be looked upon, to be considered good. So get rid of yourself. Tell yourself is just a production of your delusion. There's no self. There's just the mind, the knowing, and the body, the four elements. They don't need to be praised or be loved. They can be happy. They can exist on their own. Okay, before I continue on with the next question, I will have to ask you to stop sending in new questions because we are approaching 57 minutes and I have about 3 more minutes to reply to your questions. So if you're not typing any question, please don't do it now. Do it next time. If you are in the middle of typing your question, please continue doing it and send them in. Okay, thank you. From Sammy Riachi, Thanajan, I am struggling a lot with depressed anger and resentment, usually from people who have said or done something wrong to me, and I didn't want to react at the time. Those suppressed emotions are coming out during my meditation. How to deal with them? You have to forgive them. Metta, one of the character of being metta is to forgive and forget. Look at them as something that you cannot control, like the weather, like the storm, like the lightning or thunder. They came and they went. So forget about them. Let them come and go. You cannot control people or things to say nice or do nice things to you. So let them do whatever they want to do, say whatever they want to say. Look at them like you're looking at the weather, and you won't get angry at them. From Manura Kamalat, thank you Ajahn, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Paul Ling Soon, when I meditate, if there is a loud sound happen, it makes me get big shock. Is it alright? Yes, it's okay, because your mind can still react. But you must not react for long. You just react and then stop reacting. And continue on with your meditation. From Li Mei, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Mio on meditation, does the thought and the mind mean the same as sankhara? Yes, the thought are the sankhara. From Christine Su, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Tane Puain, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Suchart Yu, Namo Buddhaya, Bante Ajahn. Lots of metta and love from India. Thank you. Reply from Pauline Su. Ask any Buddhist friend if you have. I am also just started my activity as newcomer. Good to practice. From Linda Lee. May I know how can we immediately dissolve our unhealthy attachment to someone and the feeling good about myself that's derived from other people? much appreciation for your teaching. By looking at them as impermanent, they come and go. So don't react to them, because if you do, when they disappear, they can make you feel bad. Everything comes and goes, nothing lasts forever. So it's better not to have any attachment toward them, because when you do and when they disappear from you, you will feel sad. From Tiem Wat Tan, Satu Satu. Question from Diraxi W from Sri Lanka. I am a teacher leading a life in solitude. I have been practicing Dhamma for the last 20 years. The process was slow but steady. I have come to a point that my mind is free and has ceased from desire for sex and lust. Is that a sign that one is on the path to Sotapanna? Yes, but you have to also let go of your attachment to your body and the feeling that arises from the body. That's the goal of a Sotapanna, to see the body or the five khandha as not being a self. It's just a natural phenomena, like the weather, that comes and goes, and you cannot stop them when you cannot stop them when they go, like when the body die. If you're not affected by the coming and going of the body, then you are nearly becoming a Sotapanna. From polling soon, may I know if when meditate my mind is clear and keep on calm and mindful, the outside thinking cannot enter. I feel very still. What does that mean? It means your mind is calm. It means you are entering into samadhi. From Checkling Ling Tan, so grateful for your Dhamma teaching, Ajahn. Thank you so much for being such an inspiration all the time. You are welcome. From Iranka, Teruwan Saranai. I am doing breathing meditation, concentrating the end of nose. Sometimes heartaches pop up, but I ignore and concentrate on the primary object of nose. These aches are the sign to change my focus to sensational mindfulness. Please answer. Thanks. Long life, healthy life. No, you keep focusing on your breath. When you do meditation, breath meditation, don't switch your object. Stick with your breath until your mind becomes calm, peaceful, and happy. Meal on meditation. Thank you, Ajahn, for your time, clearing out doubt for further efficient meditation and contemplation. You're welcome. From Paul Ling Soon. Dear Ajahn, is my good teacher to solve my question. I also achieving many teaching from Ajahn. Give talk when people visited Ajahn. You're welcome. Well, thank you very much. That's all the questions for today and answers for today. I hope you learned something today and help you in your practice. So keep on practicing mindfulness, samadhi, and eventually contemplating on wisdom. So I have to say goodbye to you now. Thank you for your participation. Goodbye.